godha lafu godha tena kwanza Juma Stingo.
Hey there friends, welcome to Kids on the Block, where fun and imagination come alive. We dive into magical world filled with exciting adventures and awesome friends.
What position were you in?
With the drone. Let's go on.
Thank you. Thank you, Co-Chair. Thank you, Co-Chair. Mr. Kanja, I would want you to address the issue of how you plan to integrate policemen and women who have that issue and how you plan to improve the same. Thank you.
Go, Aduma.
Thank you, Chair. Shall not want to repeat myself over issues which have been raised as an advocate of the High Court. Our stock of trade is words. Shall not repeat. But, Chair, I observe that there are graduate officers who still serve as constables when they're supposed to serve as cadets and at the inspector level. I don't know what the nominee, if he succeeds, will do about that. Chair, I've also looked at most of the memoranda which was sent to the Secretariat, about 30 of them. Save for one, most of the memoranda which was sent were actually in support of the nominee. But there's one which was raised, an issue on how the officers who actually seek further studies are being treated, how those applications are being processed. Chair, the other observation I want to make is that since the nominee was appointed to act in that position, I realized that the latest Gen Z's actions, when they called for demos, they were treated with a bit of, the officers were not as ruthless, they didn't use excessive force, and there was some element of human treatment. So I want to commend the nominee for that. And Chair, if you'll allow, maybe when we finish, I would not mind to go and treat him at the restaurant which was damaged by the Gen Zs, because it has been repaired, Chair. Chair, I also want to say that I've noted the sentiments from my colleagues, the very brilliant lawyer Kaluma and my senator who is there. Chair, let it be on record that when they were still in high school, I was at the university studying law. So I've practiced it longer than they've done. Chair, thank you.
They know it. They haven't disputed that.
I thank you, Chair. Chair, I have two questions. One is coming to me from the public. And let me maybe start with it because it is not what I prepared for. Nominee Kenyans are asking the question that you were DIG last year when during demonstrations over 70 Kenyans were killed, And this is documented by Kenya National Commission on Human Rights. It is documented by IPOA and other bodies. They say you are DIG this year when it is also documented over 40 Kenyans were killed. And this has been documented by the relevant government agencies. It is also this time when over several bodies of Kenyans were found dumped at Kware next to a police station. You are DIG then. Kenyans are asking why you should be elevated to IG if you do not come clearly on your role and your interventions during those matters which have been condemned even by the international community. So you tell Kenyans something about that. But Chair, my question relates to some cloud which remains around the matter of academic qualification for the IG nominee. And I've gone through the nominee's testimonials. Nominee, you must have noted I called for your files. That doubt or cloud is not yet cleared. I think it would be do justice if you clarified it a bit. Chair, the nominee did his KACE exams in 1984. And then he does his degree 30 years later. I've looked at what the grades were for KACE. They don't appear to meet the entry requirement level, which was C+ for a degree at the time. The testimonials confirm that the nominee did chair his university studies at Inorero University, which chair was Kenya School of Professional Studies, somewhere next to Parklands there. And graduated in 2014. That Inorero University is then collapsed or is wound up in 2016. I've noted from your testimonials what the Commission for University Education has indicated. But remember, at that time, those transcripts cannot be verified with the university because it does not exist. And when I have Googled chair, Google appears to indicate that that university only operated offering degree courses for only 2 years, in fact, on the Google here. So there is that hazy situation because it is a requirement. Please clarify it so that Kenyans may be satisfied that you meet the academic qualifications set out in law. Otherwise, I'm satisfied by the other responses. I thank you, Chair.
So how many questions are those? Because there are 3. Maybe let me just add a few from the public as well. Then you just try to respond. Actually, you can just be straight to the point. Where a yes is required, you say a yes. Where? Okay, there is one member of the public identified as Captain Brown Amani from Kajiado. He had, of course, talked the issue of the police, the issue of the mental health in the police service. It's a long write-up, maybe, but in summary, just like noting that the officers work in very hardship areas under a lot of stress and mental distress. What are the plans do you have to ensure that such issues are addressed and the issue of mental and social support is offered within the National Police Service? That is from Kitangala. Then another one, he has not mentioned his name here, he's raised about 3 or 4 questions, and I've just listed. Yet one is on the issue of National Police Service Hospital. Of course, this is our newly built Bagati Hospital. He went ahead and mentioned that it was completed 2022. However, up to date, it has not been operationalized to give the much needed services to our officers. Then I think the other one was addressed. Then the issue of National Police Service canteens. The National Police Service canteen has numerous mini barber shops, saloon, hotels, grocery shops built by the government. And he went ahead to say the revenue generated by this canteen often ends up in the hands and the pockets of individual senior police officers. And I don't know, I will superintend the budget of NPS, and we have never seen that as a in A. So maybe you can speak on that. Then there is the issue of appeal by the dismissed officers. There are approximately 1,500 police officers who have been dismissed from the service, and the appeal against their dismissal. Some of these cases has been pending for many years, with some dating back to 2005. You need to speak about that. How do you intend to have it addressed? The other one is now very critical, and that is one I told you that we are coming back to it, on the issue of the CCTV cameras in Nairobi and Mombasa. He talked about 2014, the government with partnership with the Safaricom and Huawei installed approximately 1,300 CCTV cameras along highways and roads in Nairobi and its environs, and an additional 700 cameras in Mombasa County. And of course, the government ended up spending 25 billion. Of course, now the whole thing is, according to him, majority of these cameras are not operational. You can confirm to the country. And of course, this is what we refer as IC3, is a domicile in the office of IG or Jogo. Lastly, very important, lastly but not the least, is the issue of the medical insurance cover. Of course, he talked about the police officers who formerly used to be under NHIF. Then about to 2022, they were changed into a private company, or of course, private service provider. And he goes down and enumerating and stating that the police has been having difficulties and problems in accessing healthcare on time. What do you have to say about this? And which plans do you have? The many now put together, but I maybe in 10 minutes try to wrap them up.
Thank you, co-chairs. Thank you, members. Maybe I start with the last one now. The medical insurance cover and the NHIF. So maybe what I would like to say on the medical insurance cover is that...
And you have 10 minutes, so, and the question could be 10, so 1 minute each.
So what I would like to say is that, yes, we have a medical insurance cover in place, but remember that the premiums of these insurances are actually paid upfront. So there have been actually a delay in paying that, and that is one of the reasons or the contributing factors. But that is something that is being sorted out actually, because the budget is being worked out, and I believe in a short time we will be there. The CCTV cameras and the kind of investments that were put in that then. It is true, that was a noble idea. A noble idea in the sense that it enhances actually the ability of police to control and tame crime, committed especially in our big towns. The information that we normally get from the cameras can be able to really assist us. I don't know, but this is something that if I'm approved and appointed the IG, this is an area that I would be very much interested in looking into, because I know the capability, how it can be able to enhance the ability of the police actually on matters crime. I would like to understand why is it that it's only 6 cameras that are working, not all of them are working. So that is an area that I want to assure this committee that I would like to move with the speed if I happen to be appointed and address it.
How many are working?
I had mentioned around 6.
6.
That's what I heard from you.
No. It was an allegation.
Oh, it was
from the public.
Okay.
But you can confirm, because the whole thing is the IC3, IC3, which you know it is in Jogo.
Yes.
Of course, I know the issue of the partnership with the Safaricom Huawei could have expired. But I think the member wanted to know what the plans do you have.
Yes, my plan, as I've said there before, is that if I happen to be approved and appointed, this is an area that I would be very much interested in, because I know we can be able to get a lot of support and assistance through that additional third eye in terms of policing. The issue of the dismissed of 1,000 officers. If I am approved and appointed the IG, I will also become the commissioner, a commissioner of the commission, of the National Police Service Commission, together with the other DIGs. And the Joint Service Board would be very much interested in pushing this agenda, because we would like it to be concluded. If an officer is supposed to be returned back to the service, well and good. For those then who will continue the dismissal, then so be it, so that that issue is sorted out once and for all. So again, it's also an area that I would also be very much interested, so that the officers, the issues can be actually be sorted out. About the police service canteens, the management of the canteens is actually in three ways. We can manage the police canteens through contracts. We can manage the police canteens through committees.
The question was from him, where does the money goes? Because it's never declared as A in S.
The money?
He alleges that it goes into the pocket of the few.
No, I don't think so, because it's welfare money, so it's accounted through that system. So it cannot go to pockets of a few people.
I think, Chair, if I were the nominee, I would have agreed that maybe there would be issues of misuse. Don't dismiss that welfare issue, so that because it has been raised by the public, I propose that you take action.
Yes. Thank you very much. It's an area of interest actually that I would be interested in. Then there is the question by Honorable about the 70 Kenyans who were killed during the demonstrations, 40 during the recent demonstrations, and several bodies recovered. As I indicated from the word go, we said that every police excess, is subject to inquiry. And we have the office, including the IPOA, including the ODPP, and the rest. I know a number of cases are already ongoing, and that way, Mheshimiwa Karuma, this is an area that is actually being addressed. And the person I would like it to be addressed to the logical conclusion actually. On the matters of the academics, remember I had a Division 2, and then I went to the A levels. Then I joined the service. Later on, after the former President Kibaki came in, he opened the opportunities for education. And many officers have actually gotten those opportunities and moved forward, whereby I started by acquiring certificates, you go for diploma, and then from then I can be able to move to the degree level. That is how we went in that direction. Thank you, Chair.
Lastly, and very last, Kenyans and these members want to know your worth. You know, of course, we go into a big office with a big budget, and that's where at times some people enrich themselves instead of serving the public. What's your worth that you can?
Thank you, co-chairs, and thank you, members. My worth now It's around 46 million Kenya shillings.
Come again?
46. 46.
46, not 460.
46. 46. Not
okay, made up of what and what?
Yeah, it's actually in rand. It's in rand. I have got.
So you can just mention it, so that
it's actually in rand. I'm a farmer. I have agricultural activities. I have a house here in Aron. I have a home down there in my rural home. Then that's it. And of course, I have the salaries that I earn. Yes.
As we come to a close, members, because we have to adjourn.
Chair, is it possible to find out where the house is? 46 million. There's a problem here.
I know it's not adding up.
It doesn't add up because where is the house? Where does he live? Because
where is the house, as the prof?
My house is okay. My house is at Committee Corner there.
An apartment, a standalone, a townhouse?
No, it's actually a standalone.
So 2 houses put together must be way above this.
Honorable Chair, not everybody has houses. The level and the punishment of
Professor Jenerali. Okay, anyway, that's what is on record. Now, kindly, members, we need to adjourn to, I don't know, because the nominee to say his last remarks.
The co-chairs and the honorable members, let me take this opportunity to once again sincerely thank you because of coming forward and sharing this very, very important assignment. As I have indicated there before, I have been in this service for the last 39 years. I have set my foot in every village in this great republic of ours in the span of those years. I'm an experienced officer, a highly experienced officer, actually exposed in many, many, many areas. Remember, as it did indicate, I've worked in Iboni. I have saved Kenyans when there were a lot of trouble. I was here in Dusit when there was serious trouble. I did it. I'm ready to do it again, to come to the defense of our republic, if called upon to do that. And if I am approved by the appointed, I want to assure the Kenyan people that you'll be getting a highly experienced Inspector General, a person who will be in charge of your security. And I want to assure you that that is exactly what I intend to do, to ensure that you have security, to enable you to do what you are supposed to do from morning to evening and from evening to the next morning. Thank you, Chair.
So you are confirming, you are telling Kenyans that if these members confirm you, they will have a good deal.
Exactly.
Chair, will he uphold the Constitution?
Yes. Let me confirm this, Chair, and honorable members. I'm stricter to the Constitution. I will operate, the officers will operate within the frameworks and the confines of our Constitution. That is something that I want to undertake and I want to promise the honorable chairs, the honorable committee, and the people of Kenya. Thank you.
If confirmed, will be a team player. It's very critical.
I will be a team.
Very, very critical.
I will be a team player.
So with me, I want also to, on behalf of our colleagues, wish you the best of luck. We will have an opportunity to retreat and reflect on what we heard from you, go through your testimonials, and wish you all the best. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Co-Chair. For close to 4 hours now, we followed you. My worry, Bwana Kanja, is when the former IG appeared before us, he gave us a lot of hope. Actually, as Senator Baringo, I felt things will change. And I believe also Kenyans were very hopeful, and my members here. I want to plead with you, if you are approved, these very clear express confidence, assurances in vetting time, and thereafter, the person we saw and listened to could not even visit the battleground. I want you to live to your expressions. I've listened to you, and my plea again is give morale to your members. Baringo was in fire for, I have to say this, Baringo was in fire, and not only Baringo, 7 counties in the country of almost 9 million Kenyans. I'm closing. Stop, I plead. So my closing remark is, look at the 7 counties, Baringo, Isiolo, Rio Marakwet, Turkana, and so on. Save those situations. So we wish you well. We will retreat, as my colleague has said, and be able to make a decision. And if given a chance, we hope the country will be secured.
I'm sorry. I am sure that my vice was trying to, you talk to that when somebody has been confirmed, so you're kind of making an impression that is, which these members will later able to have a decision. I mean, I cannot say on that. Please, I don't know, there's just a message that has popped up in my phone. I can read it. Please ask the IG nominee why he has turned a dumb ear to a public complaints against PC Mwaura of Mteule Station, who has turned a criminal, who he has turned to be a criminal. I have personally written to him, Jacob Samande. So this one person who has said to have written to you about this officer. So don't even comment, go see if there's a letter to that effect. You do what you're supposed to do. So members, thank you so much, nominee. Remember to, don't forget your certificate and testimonials. And I wish you all best of luck. I don't know whether there's lunch. Okay, at least there's water. Thank you, best of luck. Members, meetings adjourned until Monday next week for the adoption, 10 a.m.